bambi okulanda pali PF. Meanwhile, baralika okulanda pabunga, baralika okulanda pamalight, baralika okulanda about a lot of hills, including illegal mining that is happening in Chingola and many other things. Baralika okulanda pali vendetta. Bakolanda pali PF because ba PF bengi mchalo, and we are going to preoccupy people talking about this. A tactic. But by HH baba pere kuli Greg Muzi, kuli Tony Blair na abananko kubika kona abe na embassies nachita mention per first. That's a tactic. But unfortunately, most of you are foreign play to it. Do you know that if America, British Embassy, and many other factors have seen PF as a threat? Who are you, Mr. Chironda, not to see PF as a threat? Why you are even saying whether you like it or not? Don't trivialize this problem. It's a big problem that does not only affect PF as an institution, it affects the nation. Because the members of parliament for PF come from different areas of the nation. And that you should know. Apart from that, PF even here in Osaka, on 1-to-1, would beat the UPND in terms of membership. So, you should not play with people's emotions that way. And I warn you not to do that. Because if you want to make this out as drama, you will have better drama. I can assure you of that. Having said that, then I want to tell you that when you say ECO has been holding on to the presidency for some time. No. ECO, I think, has allowed the organization, even after he took leave, to be running. And it is the elements like Mansa that have been opposed to the learning. I know that some of you seem to be using, given Luinda is an illegal, what and so forth. You read Article 61 of the Constitution. Read Article 52 of the Constitution. Read Article 53 of the Constitution of PF. It will give you, leverage to understand the problem we are in. And I think we have not got a vacuum. The Constitution provides that once the substantive president is not there, what happens? It fills in that. So for anyone to be telling us about our organization of how we are supposed to be, and many of them coming from as UPND members advising us, you get concerned about your riddled constitution, which we are not even following. You have no manifesto. PF has even a manifesto. Even for 2021, 2026, we have a manifesto. Have you ever seen the ruling government, a ruling party floating in their manifesto? What is in the space is the PF manifesto. And when you talk about the issues to do with some PowerPoint in Chanda and all those factors and the like, all that is illegal. Even Madam Speaker, what she has done, I want to state with a clear face that it is illegal. In scheme, to suppress democracy in the country. You have seen that Madam Speaker, John Session Mulanga to Relanda, sit down. Like in my case recently, she stopped me that she knows what I want to talk about. I don't know how she went into my brain. Then you already same issue when much to raise the point of order. Yeah. I also raise the point of order. They are to say these things are in court. You people need to know that the same afternoon, Madam Speaker ruled that the Mao Sampa expulsion has to be settled by the courts. She can't interpret the law. But she went forward to interpret the law using Morgan Ngonga's letter, and she went against Article 74 and standing orders 43 and 44. The same month, in the same afternoon. The same rule after these rulings followed each other. It's out of that.
Isn't it that
the current? Can I just finish? Yeah. The current suspension came as a result when the Kanfinsa member of parliament, Honourable Kangombe, rose on a point of rose on a matter of urgent public importance. When he said, according to Article 60, which is in the Constitution, that article talks about it talks about how a political party is supposed to run and the like. Those who can read can read. I don't want to waste people's time. Then Madam Speaker stopped him to talk about that because she has become oversensitive about the Mao Sampa issue. And Madam Speaker, with what is happening just the other day, she has to change even in the sitting the committee attendance. She had to put Chawinga in positions where our Honourable Mundubire was. Why is she in a hurry? Why has she favored Chawinga so much? What is it about Chawinga and Madam Speaker that she she intends to favor him that much.
Can I ask you questions
Yes.
that are of public importance or concern? That first of all, respond to me. Is there an order that bars Honourable Given Luwinda from him saying he is president of the party?
Well, he was acting president of the party.
He was acting.
Because he is the vice president.
So
according to the constitution,
is there a court order that says that he is?
There was that injunction, if you remember the other one, and what that injunction just addressed are issues of they were given Luwinda calling him president of the party.
Yes.
Not as a vice president, because he's a substantive vice president. Then the one who was the chairperson there was acting as secretary general. It only appealed that those should not be in acting capacities. You see?
Yes.
But they remain substantive. For instance, Honorable Chilangwa
isn't that the order
yes,
that makes Honorable Given Luwinda's appointments of other members?
Honorable Given Luwinda, before Walungu came forth, still had the powers, according to our constitution, to make
appointment.
Yes, decisions according to our constitution, because he was the vice president. That's in the capacity of the president when the president is not there. It's just that in our nation there is lawlessness now, where they want us to abuse. That's why even the registrar societies has not changed names. Because what is in the public domain, which Mao's wants to champion, is that names have been changed. My brother, when I applied to you 5FM for employment, when you receive the application that I'm applying to be one of the announcers on radio, you have received the application. You can even stamp it, isn't it? Have you employed me? No,
of course not.
You have not employed me. You only employ me after you have interviewed me, after you have given me the position of an announcer on your radio. And the reference that is being made, where people are saying that the Soft Society received, it is our duty to receive even complaints and the like, that for our records, for future settlement of disputes. So there is a dispute here, which has not been settled. And this dispute can be settled by the courts of law and the like, and the falcon, the pivot of settling this dispute is what the constitution states. That is how this dispute will be settled. What does the constitution state? And the constitution is the constitution of Zambia. If you have seen the intra-party disputes that have been settled during UNIP, during MMD, during PF and the like, all the intra-party, in those courts, there's strong precedence that has been set that the judges were always saying, what does your constitution say? I can quote the case of Brigadier General Mianda, the case of Akashambata Mbikustale Wanika, and many other cases. They were settled because of the constitution of a party. So I don't understand where some people are getting the excitement. If the constitution of the party was not even followed just on electoral college, and a candidate calling for whatever he called the retreat, now it turned into a conference, a candidate. If we have been regarding Maos as a candidate, as a member, who, for instance, where everything is wrong, this same Maos rushes to court to say it doesn't recognize Luwinda's authority. When Maos was appointed as member of Central Committee, he accepted. It only became sour when he made that press conference, because we are a disciplined organization and we had to suspend him for 6 weeks. That is where the problem started. But Maos then, he had recognized the same authority that is abusing today, that it's not authority. How did Maos become an MP? He was adopted by the same people that he wants to abuse. How did Maos become a member of Central Committee? He became actually the member of Central Committee not during Edgar's time. He became a member of Central Committee during Luwinda's time. So, to me, it's confusion of the law. Where this individual accepts as a member of Central Committee, he goes to make a kangaroo press conference and he says something against the party suspends him because of indiscipline. Then he says this authority should not be recognized when he has been enjoying the status of a member of Central Committee appointed by the same people. So I am yet to, this case will be very interesting to hear in the courts of law. It will be very interesting because there are a lot of bottlenecks that have not been addressed. There are a lot of gray areas that have not been addressed. And I think Maus should not celebrate now. We are determined to go very far with this case. And anyone who is following Maus, we as the original PF will laugh at last. If you have seen, he started the campaign of hijackers through those boys, Chama America and the other one of hijackers. A political party has no hijackers. Even in UPND today, I can count more than 15 ministers who came from UPND. Some of them have even come from PF, like Kabena Kabusova. But those were council chairpersons for PF. So when we look at that, there is no such a thing like hijacker in a political arrangement. No. A political arrangement is charged by the commitment of a member. Maus himself, when we lost, where was he? We were, the few of us who were even defending the Patriotic Front in Parliament. They only started gathering, some of them like the elements of Maus, when they saw that we had consolidated a good fight. So it is quite surprising that people want even to quote things that are not related.
I'm tempted to think that whatever is happening to your party is a reflection of the lawlessness that this party has gotten used to.
Which lawlessness?
I know that even the reason why you lost an election in 2021 is because under the Patriotic Front there was so much lawlessness among your cadres and so on and so forth. And I feel that this is a reflection of all that you got ejected for. And it shouldn't be surprising. It shouldn't be surprising that if you are going to call what Mao Sampa is doing as lawlessness.
But Mao Sampa has been a black sheep in PF. And
why did you keep him? Meaning you tolerated lawlessness from way back. And I'm basically saying, this is a reflection of what the party has been for years.
Yes, look at this, Zaki. When we look at the PF, it is an organization that is pro-poor. It's not only pro-poor, but it's an organization that has also embraced Christian ethos. And in embracing Christian ethos, we believe we no man our. You get my point? You have seen that there are a lot of our members that even dined with UPND. When they came back, we received them. The time we were adopting Mao Sampa as a mayor, I don't want to tell the nation in which state he was, but we had to forgive him because we are a forgiving party. Yes, I know that you want to digress and bring in the issue of Kadahism and the like, but the issue that we are talking about here.
No, I'm just giving as an example.
No, it's not lawlessness. If you have seen, even when Mr. Sata died, who brought problems? It's a Mao Sampa person with Guy Scott, of course, here and there, but he was supported by Guy Scott. And thereafter, we forgave him. He went to form a party which never ticked, and then when we had lost Kalumba, or Mayor Kalumba in Lusaka.
Yes.
And the Maus is one of those that applied. We thought of giving him chance. We never hated Maus. We even gave him chance to stand in Matelo. Later on, where he was a member of parliament from 2011. You know that he was a member of parliament from 2011.
Yes.
We thought of giving him a second chance. So if we really hated Maus, we didn't have been giving him all those, spaces to make himself and this case known to the public.
What lessons have you drawn as a party?
No, but the lessons we have drawn is that some of the elements, when they persist in terms of indiscipline, like it has been with the, Mao Sampa, we need to just put our foot down. Because it's like Wamabantu Tabachinja. Now, when he only comes to destroy. Like Mao, this has been a hard gun, and we all know that it's a hard gun. Which is these people who are stranded, the UPND, wants to use to kill the PF. But I can tell you that they may attack an organization as written in the letters, but they will not attack the people. The people are more than determined to take the case up there until we kick out the UPND using legal means from power in 2026, and that is coming. You see, this is the UPND is an organization that has lost popularity at lightning speed. I know that earlier on you talked about suspensions that used to be there and from parliament, that this is not new, it's not unique. But look, if you analyze the circumstances, I've seen what is floating even on the social media, where people are saying Mativini suspends 48 members of parliament and so forth. But when you look at the circumstances, you, Zaki, can members of the PF walk out on when President Church has come to present on national values? Can they be spared? And now with that speaker, can they be spared? So when we are doing these comparisons, in our case, we have been suspended for defending the Constitution, which is our primary objective. They were suspended for disrespect of the president, where they do. We know when we go to parliament, we do an oath of allegiance to the president. So when we compare the two cases, their case was actually very grave. If we are to follow that, it was quite grave. In our case, all the 2 times that we have been suspended in 2 years have been about defending the Constitution. And we will continue. We cannot promise the Madam Speaker that we have changed. As far as Zambia is not safe, we are not safe. And no one will be safe until we are safe. That can be, that should be taken into consideration. If the UPND think that they are going to affect PF and then they'll be safe, I can assure you, they are just going to make their political party more vulnerable, because we have the capacity to put the nation into high gear election mindset, and we will do that. And before they realize, not that kind of propaganda they were doing about the PF, but social media, Nigerian, and the like. In our case, we can reach out to people in a proper manner and shock the UPND that they can know. And we will do all the legal things possible to make sure that the UPND, which has failed to do, which is a failed project, has failed governance of the country, they should rest. They are a fluke, they cheated people, and they are just making people to suffer more. Their interests are for those that are for the imperialists. It is president and the like. You can't laugh with citizens the same manner. We got independence in 1964, and the amount party we are enjoying this time was at independence level until 1972 constitution changed into a one-party state. But Dr. Kaunda, when he was pressurized through that meeting which was held at the Cathedral of the Old Cross, he changed Article 4 of the Constitution to introduce multi-party. The time Dr. Kaunda was changing that, you should realize that he was remaining with 3 more years. 3 more years. Because he was voted for. He was remaining with 3 more years. Dr. Kaunda took off for 80 elections. But I can tell you that with what is happening currently, with this failed project called UPND, we need to wake up as Zambians. It's not about the PF. But we are also availing ourselves that we want to be tried for the second time as a ruling party to see whether we can do things better than the UPND. We are just a contestant. They have been afraid members, they have been Saboyi, Avena Nani, Avena Shon Tembo, Nabambi, who are presenting themselves to the Zambians. We can even decide to work together. It's within our rights to work together so long. And actually what the UPND should know is that they were not voted in. The Zambian people, because of some of the elements you mentioned, like Kadaism and the like, they voted out the PF. And they had to use a vehicle called UPND to vote out the PF. So they were not voted in because they were most loved. No, that should be taken. What is happening in areas like Chingola and other areas of Copper Belt are a sore sight that a ruling government should be concerned about. The Copper Belt is a source of wealth for Zambia. The Copper Belt has built Zambia. The economy in the Copper Belt is bad. The economy in Muchinga is bad. The economy in southern province is bad. The economy in Western Province, Northwestern, Lusaka, and elsewhere, let me just simply say 10 provinces, the economy is bad. What they promise the people is not what they are doing. But they are still asking for more time. With the bad signals they have given us, they will go, whether they want it or not. Signs are there, they are going. They are on their way out, not they are on their way in. So, even the schemes they are doing is to make sure that they sustain power by destroying the voices that can challenge them. But I can tell you that they may kill one spirit today, and they may kill one soul today, but they will not kill the spirit of revolution. The revolution has started, and it's good that, Madam Speaker, you have suspended us so that we may have more time to talk to the people. We may have more time to mobilize, because sometimes Parliament here to read because we have to represent our people. To allow someone, Madam Speaker, to allow who is who in this nation, because you have given us time. If you think that what you have done, you have solved the illegal suspension you have done, and solved the problem with your sponsors who have sponsored you to be tinkering with our political party, you will have more problems. I see you'll be getting an extended suspension very soon at the rate you are going. Well, I can assure you, Jack, I don't care about that suspension. But the people of Zambia who put me in that position are more important than myself. And I think as far as the people of Zambia are not safe, I am not safe. And I think as far as the people of Zambia are going through these problems, it should worry every reader that we have problems in this nation. And I think, look, Madam Speaker, we know how she came into being a speaker. I was voted for by the people of Chilubi. I competed. And I think there's need that Madam Speaker, when she's taking up that some of these, steps, she should have respect of the people that voted for me. I am an elected individual. I didn't occupy, that seat through fluke. No, I was voted for. You saw that even in the way we carried out elections about the speaker, it was a sham. We stayed away. They just endorsed. You see? So when we look at such, we are people that are representing the Zambian people. And one of my roles is to make laws, to do an oversight, check on the executive, approve the budget. And as far as I'm concerned, I've been performing those roles very well. You see, I've been performing them very well because I stand for Zambia. And as far as Zambia is concerned, I don't care about my position as an MP. I need to join the cadre of new freedom fighters. Our freedom is at stake. There is need that we join hands with all the opposition members to join hands and redeem our nation. We are enjoying this freedom and liberties because blood was spilled. And if our foreparents had to suffer, and most of them died, who have not even enjoyed anything out of the fight for independence, we cannot allow a situation where those who are resting in graves are seeing a dictator coming up and taking us back. We will fight the dictator with all our strength that we will do. And this dictator has to fall, and he will fall through illegal means. Honourable Mulenga Fube, thank you very much for coming, and I'm grateful that you did, and I'm assuming that your 30 days, well, now probably 26, 27 days remaining will be well spent with the people of Chilubi. Yes. So that because you see what has been having a problem much is these cases. I think you are in the public domain. Right. They have deterred me in a way or the other, but I think going forward. And the court, I know these are matters before the court, but yes. I know you've been tasked to find Kaiser. Yes. Will you? Well, we are trying our best. I can't disclose a lot of details because some of them are security details. Indeed. And I know that even Kaiser listens from such things. So talk to him. I'm sure he's listening. Talk to him. Yes. And he knows that I can catch him up. So at one day I'll catch him up.
Indeed.
Yes.
But no, thank you very much for coming, and all the best. And please, regards to people of Chilubi as you get back.
Thank you so much, and I think I appreciate all the callers that have called, and I appreciate your opportunity that you have given this voice to interact with the public.
Indeed.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tune in next week for another edition of The Burning Issue, and thank you for your participation.